Hello and welcome back. Imagine stepping onto a crowded bus, walking through a busy market, or attending a major public event, only to discover moments later that your phone, wallet, or handbag has disappeared. You never saw who took it. You never felt a hand in your pocket. By the time you realized what was happening, the thief has vanished into the crowd. For many Nigerians, this is no longer an unusual experience. Reports of pickpocketing, phone snatching, bag theft, and other forms of street crime appear to be becoming more common, raising fresh concerns about public safety in cities across the country. The bigger question is this: why is street crime becoming such a growing concern in Nigeria? Is it simply the result of economic hardship, or are there deeper social and security issues driving the increase? Understanding the causes requires looking beyond individual criminals and examining the wider conditions that allow these crimes to flourish. Street crime is not unique to Nigeria. Every major crime in the world experiences some level of theft, robbery, and opportunistic crime. From London and Paris to Johannesburg and New York, crowded public spaces often attract criminals looking for easy targets. What makes the Nigerian situation particularly worrying, however, is the growing number of complaints from commuters, traders, students, business owners, and travelers who say they no longer feel secure in places that were once considered relatively safe. Pocket picking is one of the oldest crimes in history. Unlike armed robbery, it depends on stealth rather than violence. The criminal goal is to steal without the victim noticing until it is too late. Busy transport terminals, traffic jams, shopping centers, markets, religious gatherings, concerts, and political rallies all create environments where large crowds make it easier for thieves to blend in unnoticed. In many cases, victims only discover the theft after reaching their destination. Security experts explain that pickpockets rarely work alone. In many cities across the world, these crimes are carried out by organized groups rather than isolated individuals. One person distracts the victim, another removes the valuables, while the third quickly carries the stolen property away before suspicion falls on the group. This coordinated approach makes it extremely difficult for victims to identify the actual thief, even when they realize a crime has occurred immediately. Economic conditions are often mentioned when discussing rising street crime. Nigeria, like many countries, has faced inflation, high living costs, unemployment, and declining purchasing power in recent years. For many households, everyday necessities have become significantly more expensive. It is important to state clearly that economic hardship does not make people criminals. Millions of Nigerians facing financial challenges continue to earn honest livelihoods every day. However, criminologists have long argued that severe economic pressure can increase the temptation for some individuals to engage in opportunistic crimes, particularly where legitimate opportunities remain limited. Rapid urbanization has also transformed many Nigerian cities. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, Ibadan, Benin City, and other urban centers continue to attract thousands of new residents every month. Population growth brings economic opportunities, but it also places greater pressure on housing, transportation, Policing and public infrastructure. As cities become more crowded, monitoring every public space becomes increasingly difficult, creating opportunities for criminal activities. Technology has changed the nature of street crime as well. Years ago, thieves often targeted cash. Today, expensive smartphones have become some of the most valuable items carried by ordinary people. A single high-end mobile phone may be worth several months of income for some criminals. Beyond the device itself, stolen phones can provide access to banking applications, digital wallets, personal information, and social media accounts if proper security measures are not in place. This has increased the financial incentive for phone theft across many urban areas. Public transportation remains another area of concern. Many commuters report losing valuables while boarding buses, entering crowded terminals, or traveling during rush hour. Criminals often exploit moments of confusion when passengers are focused on finding seats, paying fares, or managing luggage. Similar incidents have also been reported around busy traffic intersections where street vendors, pedestrians, and motorists compete for limited space. Law enforcement agencies continue to conduct operations against street criminals in many parts of the country. Police regularly announce arrests involving suspected pickpockets, phone snatchers, and robbery gangs. Community policing initiatives, intelligence gathering, surveillance, and cooperation with local residents have helped disrupt some criminal networks. However, security experts acknowledge that preventing street crime requires constant vigilance because new offenders often replace those who are arrested. Another challenge is on the reporting. Many victims never report pickpocketing incidents because they believe there is little chance of recovering stolen property. Others consider the value of the stolen items too small to justify visiting a police station. Criminologists warn that underreporting makes it difficult for authorities to accurately assess the true scale of the problem and locate resources effectively. Reliable crime statistics depend heavily on victims reporting offenses promptly. There is also an important social dimension to this issue. Young people make up a significant proportion of Nigeria's population. Most are hardworking, ambitious, and determined to build better futures. Yet limited employment opportunities, inadequate vocational training, school dropout rates, and social exclusion can leave some vulnerable to recruitment by criminal groups. Community leaders frequently argue that investing in education, entrepreneurship, vocational skills, and youth empowerment remains one of the most effective long-term strategies for reducing crime. Technology is becoming an increasingly important tool in crime prevention. Closed-circuit television cameras, digital payment systems, biometrics identification, and mobile tracking technologies have helped security agencies investigate theft cases more effectively. Businesses and individuals are also investing in security devices, vehicle trackers, and surveillance systems to protect themselves. Nevertheless, technology alone cannot eliminate crime without effective policing and community cooperation. Citizens also have an important role to play. Security professionals often advise people to remain aware of their surroundings, avoid displaying expensive valuables unnecessarily, secure bags and wallets properly, enable security features on mobile phones, and report suspicious behavior to law enforcement authorities. while victims should never be blamed for crimes committed against them. Adopting simple safety precautions can reduce opportunities for opportunistic theft. At the same time, experts caution against assuming that every young person in crowded areas is a potential criminal. Stereotyping individuals based on appearance, age, or economic background can create unnecessary tension and unfairly target innocent people. Effective crime prevention depends on evidence, professional policing, and community trust rather than suspicion directed at entire communities. Government at every level also face important responsibilities. Well-lit streets, efficient public transport, functioning surveillance systems, quick emergency response, effective prosecution of offenders, and stronger social welfare programs all contribute to safer communities. Addressing crime requires more than arrest alone. It also requires creating conditions where fewer people see criminal activity as an attractive option. The rise in pickpocketing and street crime is therefore not simply a policing issue. It reflects a combination of economic pressures, rapid urban growth, organized criminal behavior, technological change, and broader social challenges. Tackling the problem requires cooperation between government institutions, security agencies, businesses, community organizations, and ordinary citizens. Every Nigerian deserves to walk through a market, board a bus, attend a public event, or travel to work without constantly worrying about becoming the next victim of theft. Building that sense of security will take sustained effort, smarter policing, stronger communities, and continued investment in opportunities that keep young people away from crime. Safer streets do not emerge by chance. They are created through collective responsibility, effective institutions, and a shared commitment to protecting every citizen. If you find this report insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am Cassie Tony, and many thanks for watching.